on. Let's see. LoL replay review. Alright. Nidalee jungle. Wait, what? That's not a Nidalee jungle. What the fuck are you talking about? What? I got trolled. Oh, never mind. It's here. Okay, good. Thank God! Yo! What is up, YouTube? It is Nisi. I am here with a LoL replay review. Guys, on YouTube, if you're seeing this video this Friday, 24-hour stream. That's right. This Friday, 24-hour stream. That's right. That's a lot of streaming. That will be this Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific to, like, Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific. So, yeah, that's what's going on. And we got a LoL replay review with Nidalee jungle. This guy's name is Death Raymond. And he's going to play some Nidalee jungle. I don't know what your masteries are. But it looks like you don't have a lot of ability power. Personally, I'm partial to the W start. I like starting traps. If you need some inspiration on how to execute that, you can watch my past broadcasts because I'm playing a lot of Nidalee jungle on my stream. And thanks for the follow, yo. And you can go to op.gg, look up some of the Korean guys. Mainly Rush as the big Nidalee jungle perpetrator right now. He's one of the few guys doing it, and you can watch him execute that shit. I use the W start, and I think it's fucking smooth. It's just a little bit more dangerous, but I think it's faster. So, without further ado, you're not starting W, whatevs. W start, you lay a bunch of traps, and you can reset your pounce over and over again, which is really cool if you can stagger your autos. Alright, going for the early invade. I dig this. I dig it. Alright, he's not there. Why are we staying here? He would already be there. First criticism. First criticism right here. Have a plan when he doesn't show up. You know, unbeknownst to you, all you had to do was just scroll up here and you would have caught him doing raptors. Your plan here should have been, I'm going to jump over the wall, I'm going to check raptors, and then I'm going to start red if he's not at raptors. Because then you can clear it fast enough. Or you can clear his raptors, save red, ward red, or whatever, and then come back and kill him after you do, like, scuttle or something. Alright? But anyways, so you kind of lag here mentally. You do that like, I'm comfortable. These bushes are nice. And then Rengar basically gets a free camp, which you could have killed him. Oh my god, painful. My eyes. You do ward this though. You should be spinning right back around. Excellent, excellent. No, whoa, get what? As soon as he pops his head in, yeah, get in there. All right, so he's gonna have his smite up. Let's talk about the best way to play this situation here. If he gets away from you, it's going to be very, very sad. Okay. Okay, for cleanliness purposes... For cleanliness purposes, try to outsmite him first. Like, you got so excited about the kill. Remember that in these invades, one of the things, like, okay, it's great that you get the first blood, but I just want to talk to you real quick about making sure that these are as clean as they can possibly be. If you're going to invade, great. When you get these spots, the best way to, like, you want to maximize value in these spots, right? So in an ideal world, once you've checkmated them here at red, you basically, you want to make sure, the first priority is to try to hit this smite over him. So I would go ahead and just try to take the red from him, because that's going to make for a very, very clean kill 90% of the time. It's very possible that he just panic flashes and dies, and you don't have to waste your flash. He obviously has no vision of you, or you wouldn't be doing red right in your face. So we know that, and we have that information. So try to beat him in a smite war first, and that'll make this kill a lot cleaner. Like, what's he going to do? But once he gets the red and heals off of the red, that basically buys him enough time to have you burn your flash, which I don't like. I would really love this to be a clean kill. you would have full mana, full health, and then that would allow you to swing mid and snowball the game. I'm all about, in jungle, invading as clean as possible and as aggressive as possible while doing it, and then turning that into multiple kills on the map and ending the game. Jungle is our aggressive role right now, and the champs that I play in the jungle are just Lee Sin and Nidalee. Rush shit, dude. So, get in there, and when you get these spots, these are gold mine spots, you should be happy that you get the first blood, yes, but you should be unhappy that you were unable to secure the first blood in a way that doesn't burn the flash. Okay, that's what I would have been thinking in my head if I were in your spot. No, Nidalee has smite as well. They both have smite at the same exact time. It's the same smite. Okay. And right there, you could have snagged that shit. Right out from under him. So, anyways, moving along. You get the first blood. What are you going to do now? Me personally, I'm going through mid. No. Well, let's see. What's your odds of getting this secured here? I don't like this gank. I don't think it's going to be as a healthy of a gank. What you should have been thinking here... You just got Rengar killed in this jungle, right? Look at mid right now. Stop. Look at the fucking screen. Yasuo's pushed up. It's Yasuo. It's Trashuo, dude. You have red buff. Go and push him out of lane so Victor can free farm. You don't want Victor. You don't want Yasuo. Yasuo outpushes Victor early. That's a known fact. Everyone that faces Victor gets to roam freely because Victor can't outpush them early. It's just the way it is. Examples of this are like Yasuo. I'm trying to think who else can do it really, really well. Obviously Malzahar, but that's not who I'm thinking. TF is a prime example of somebody that can push the shit out of Victor and then roam around. I would much rather you pressure mid and then go and cut off Rengar at blue. You know he's going to do blue. He has no other options. You just kill him. He's going to leave the base. You can make a route right to mid, pressure Yasuo, then go into the buff at blue buff and get him down again. You have full health. This isn't like this won't be a greedy invade. You have your smite. He doesn't. You saw him smite it in front of you. Even if he did have smite, I don't give a fuck. I'm still invading. You have full health, full mana, and red buff. And Rengar has no flash. He's one of the weakest junglers, most exploitable jungles early. So I want you to be pressuring him. So run through, pressure Yasuo, see if Rengar, you can catch him at wolves or you can catch him at blue. That's the correct move from here. If we're talking purely to snowball the game. You would like to take blue, which I don't agree with. I think you could have got some value out of going mid there and pressuring. Backing with double ups is okay. This is an okay spot to back, in my opinion. You can get a jungle item. You can go ahead and start clearing red. I don't mind that back. It's not terrible. And then let's see what you decide to do after you take red, okay? Alright, so you're going down to gank mid. This is a gank that I like off the initial. I think that you can wait for the minions here. You need to wait for the minions to connect, though. I don't want to see you just kind of running out there all willy-nilly. Just hold the phone for a minute. Let the minions meet, and then look for an opportunity. Unless you can hit a spear here. Yeah, probably let the minions meet first. I just think, personally, this is what I was saying earlier, is I think, personally, you give Rengar free clear, and you don't have to. Because, let's face it, Swain isn't going to go anywhere, and, you know, Yasuo might be able to roam, but he's pretty easy to get away from as Nidalee. So this is good pressure here. I would be trying to get his flash at best. It looks like you will be getting his flash at least. Smite him. This is good. This is good pressure. Really good job. That's a good gank. So I like that gank mainly because, yeah, Yasuo doesn't have an escape over minions, and it's very easy to catch him for junglers, especially a high mobility jungler like Nidalee. When you have red buff, auto attacks basically slow him down and make him free food. So that's good, man. I do think you could have been more aggressive on the Rengar still, but I like that gank. Okay, you are going for jungle item. That's good. All right, let's look at this gank for a second. You're posturing for this gank. I don't know if I like this one. It doesn't look as juicy to me right now. Mainly because if you jump in to try to combo these guys, Zyra and Graves will blow your ass up. So this is a dangerous spot, and the only time that I would go for this is if I feel like Thresh is gonna hit a hook or an engage. So for example, like I play with duos a lot. Oh god, sorry, I've been up all day. I play with duos a lot, so my supports, if they're duo support guys, then I know they're gonna go in and I know how they're roughly gonna play it. But in solo queue here, you should see Graves and Zyra as a fucking kill lane for you. And at any time that you dive on them, Zyra's passive with the E, with the damage from the plants, Graves burst damage. Unless you play it really fucking smooth, you're going to get blown up with current stats right now. So that said, let's watch how this plays out now. So here, you leap in. You do get a flash and a heal, it looks like. That's really well played by you. Thankfully, Zyra doesn't hit her E on you. What these guys don't understand right now, and where they're making the mistake, is that if they focus you... I want you guys to see this for a second. If they focus you with these combos right away, you're going to be dealt a lot of damage. So it's great that it works out. I just caution you to constantly challenge those spots. But I can appreciate that it works out for you. Kennen has ult. I would probably be ignoring this Kennen and going to farm right now. That's what you should be doing. Now you have smite. You should just go ahead and farm the jungle. No need to back right there, in my opinion. Also, you have a wave pushing up in front of you. There he goes. Kennen gets crunched and munched. And you're off to farming. I don't know if you needed to back there. I think you could have cleared, but whatever. Backing with blue buff timing is good. So you're really excited about this gank, but I'm telling you, I don't think it's a good one. I think it's very risky, honestly. It's just because it's so easy for these guys to deal damage to you, I don't think you realize how very, very easy it is for you to fuck this up if you go in at a bad time. I generally like to see my supports engage 4B if I'm going to be ganking this lane. If they're not dominating the lane, then there's no point. Because they're just going to win every trade. You have like ADC Kennen or some shit. So you get red buff. Let's see here. I'm looking at Yasuo thinking you could probably take him. I don't know why you're not healing yourself. You should be. Every time it's off cooldown, you have blue buff. Still not healing yourself. Very strange. Look how dangerous this gank is for you, dude. Watch. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I want to point out that if that Graves had a brain, I hate ult savers. If I was Zyra, I would be so pissed at this Graves for not comboing that properly. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why I say this gank is very, very dangerous. Look. They could have very easily killed him here. Check this out. You gotta know how ganks are gonna look with squishy assassin types. Okay, watch. Watch. Graves could have just annihilated you here, but he didn't. So here, E forward, auto, Q, auto, ult. Fucking gone. You are gone, dude. He just hesitated. That's all there is to it. And you still die anyways because of the passive. And this is still going to go their way, isn't it? Heal. Here comes the heal. That Graves he already healed. Or he healed. I don't fucking know when he healed there. Either way, that should have been a fucking 3-0 for, or 3-1. 3 kills for them, 1 kill for you. So that's why I say you're in love with this gank and I don't like it. Focus on farming. There's better options than forcing that gank. Fuck that gank. These are one of the reasons that I do these sessions, guys. I didn't know the outcome of ganking that lane, but I knew that eventually trying to gank that lane over and over again is going to be costly. You have to see it. You have to see that. You have to understand the champion's amounts of damage that they can do if you get caught and how easy it is for them to execute damage. For Graves Zyra, you will never be jumping into them and trading optimally, like, ever. Unless you have a champion that can actually tank out that damage and survive. In this instance here, Nidalee is a champion that requires a very predictable dive-in, similar to Lee Sin. So, Lee Sin and Nidalee both suffer from the same issues. That once you hit the Q, the follow-up is very dangerous for Zyra Graves. Okay? That's why I say I don't like that as much. It's much different than some other types of lanes. For example, like a Caitlyn. You land a sphere on a Caitlyn, she's not going to do anything to you if you jump on her. After you blow her E or whatever. But in the instance of Graves Zyra, you jump on Zyra, or a fucking, or a Morgana for the matter, and you eat their fucking spell, you're gonna be in for a world of hurt. So you gotta be thinking about that before you jump in. Alright, so here, again, same fucking gank. You love ganking these guys, right? Do you see now? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? So, yeah, so far, this is my biggest criticism, is gank selection. Sometimes it's better to power farm up than to force ganks. Or look for trash duo, dude. Pick off Zyra, that's cool. Trash duo comes up. And you died. To the burst combo. This isn't a bad gank. That's fine. I would much rather see you be ganking this fucking Swain, the immobile Swain, than the fucking burst combo Zyra Graves. I mean, Swain does a lot of burst damage too, but he's not partnered up with anybody. It's just one guy that you have to worry about. And Swain doesn't even have Ignite. So why not look for a Swain gank more often than the Zyra Graves gank? Now here, your Kennen picks up a rampage. You're getting shutdowns. Everything's going great. You take the turret. You invade the jungle. I would be looking probably to try to push in top, if possible. But you back. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I guess backing's okay, because they are on respawn. Graves gets a double kill up the top lane. I don't know where that was. Oh, it's down here. Remember, if we hadn't challenged this guy so much, he wouldn't be as big and as relevant. Don't solo dragon. Too risky. Now you're just getting, basically this whole replay is you trying to fight this Zyra Graves and getting swagged on. Where if you just power farmed up and picked some better ganks, you would have Zhonya's, you would have snowballed top and mid. You could have invaded Rengar more, but yeah, this is not where you want to be, my friend. This is not your home right now. Remember, you were pretty fed too. And in your defense, you got away with ganking bot once, but you didn't understand that you dodged the fucking bullet, and then you kept doing it. This is a prime example of their type of comp, and this is a good opportunity to explain what you need to be thinking here. So you hit this and jump in, right? But you can't just jump in here. You can't. You can't. It has to be, you have to bait shit first. Here, you all jump in and kill Zyra. Well, that's fucking cool, because now she's just gonna ult your team and passive your team to death. Your poke team. You've got Victor, you've got Kennen, you've got Thresh, you've got Nidalee. Whittle these guys down. Don't just go in here. Look at that combo. You don't get to do that. Your team can't do that. And you just jumping in there means that you don't understand what their comp does to you guys in a team fight. They eat you alive. Zyra has like some of the Zyra has some of the highest support. I think it is the highest support damage in the game. You need to bait that shit out first. So let's back this up again so you guys can understand, okay? Instead of jumping in, bait this shit, alright? Fake. Use your mobility to get cooldowns first. So here, you go in right away. Fake that. Fake that you're going in. Fake the aggression, jump away. You get the spells down, you get some spears off, you might be able to heal your team. Nidalee wins sustained fights off of superior mobility. Does not win hard engage fights. She does not. She does not hard engage. She's a poke, disengage champ. Like Jace, like Lux, like many others, like Janna. You need to play her that way, okay? So here, you suicide basically. And you just get melted. You should be taking no damage free of charge versus their comp. If their comp does damage to you, that's gonna be some sort of flash hard engage shit. And there, you just walked in and suicided.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Now it looks like you're poking better. This is what I want to see. That's better to me. Because you guys spaced out. You see that? You want to burn those cooldowns. There, you're just staying too close to Trashuo. Can't do that. He's pretty fed. You gotta know.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And now you guys are just getting A-moved by a superior comp. They have Zyra, they have Yasuo, they have Graves. Basically how this game's gonna look is, unless you control the game better, you're just gonna get run over by their team now. They don't even have to think about team fights, whereas you guys all have to be poking well, and it's probably just not gonna happen at the CeeLo, to be honest. That's silver range, I think this is. Wrong! Wrong, silently loud. You're wrong. Alright? Zyra is hands down the highest damage support in the game. Hands down. No question. You have no idea how good Zyra is in the damage department. She is the highest damage support in the game. Hands fucking down. I played support Zyra since Season 3, dude. Hands down, no question. Zyra is literally like a solo Karthus support. Late game. Good Zonius. Good escape. Unfortunately, though, they just have too much oomph. They have too much fucking matzah. And you guys are just gonna get run over now. Alright, man. So, In summary, this is what happened in this replay, okay? You got to lead with the invade. I like the invade. You can clean it up a little bit so you don't have to burn your flash. After you get the invade, stop looking at the bot lane. Stop looking at this Graves Zyra combo, okay? Think about the damage. Think about the way that the fights are going to go. Are you going to actually be able to follow up a Q with a pounce in and not just get your whole fucking health bar chunked down? You need to wait until you get items. There's other options. You have Trashio mid, who you can basically walk up with red buff and auto him and push him out of lane. You have Rengar, who you just killed, who you burned his flash. Why not invade him again? What's stopping you from invading him again? Nothing. There's nothing stopping you from invading him again, other than you just don't think that you should for some reason. Swain top versus Gnar. Very, very easy lane to gank. Anytime that Swain had pushed up, he was a free kill. But you were very, very much addicted to the idea of ganking for Graves Zyra, which, for all intents and purposes, you are just not going to outtrade them until Kennen has 6, and there's a hard engage from Kennen and Thresh. That's the only time that you can go in. All right? Outside of that, you know, positionally, I don't think that you respected the type of comp that you were facing. Basically, you needed to space out better. But by that point, they'd already got that kind of lead that they needed to just A-move you. Their comp is a lot easier to execute than yours, and your jungler is very, very hard to execute and carry games with. It's hard for me. I'm relearning this shit. So you will get better at it. You're on the right track, but you need to stop leaking those deaths and think beyond. You need to think beyond just, I'm going to gank, I'm going to gank, I'm going to gank. You need to think, you know, what's the comp look like? What's the fights going to look like when I jump in? If I land a Q and jump in, what the hell is going to happen to me? 9 times out of 10, bot lane is a very dangerous lane to gank, isn't Nidalee? Unless they're poked down already for you. And in that case, it's a very, very easy, secure gank. But if you're just jumping into full health 2v2 lanes and then having your lane already poked down a little bit, it's not gonna be easy, okay? Yeah, that's all I have for you, my friend. This was a good replay. I'm glad I got to go over it. You guys on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Remember, this Friday, 24-hour stream at Nisi on Twitch, okay? So just twitch.tv/N3AC3Y. Then you come check out the stream, hang out, sub, get in some sub games, some giveaways. I got riot points coming and all sorts of shit. If you like this video, sub, like it, tell your friends. And if you want your replay reviewed, send it to lawreplayreview@gmail.com. Use op.gg, record that shit, make sure it's a loss. I'm out. Peace. Crackles.